Hi everyone, good morning. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, good morning. I can hear you.
Okay, am I loud and clear? Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
All right. Before anything else, I would just want to warn that first of all, my network's not that stable. So in case if there's a little bit of glitch, just to um give you a little bit of a heads up. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, your screen is clear.
Okay, so let's just start from here. So today we're talking about Solana Pay and transaction login.
Can you hear me, Coxie?
And yeah, I can. Should I continue or should I wait for you for your go ahead?
Oh yeah, give me a second. So I wanted to
Okay.
yeah. Welcome. So hi everyone. Meet
Okay.
Coxie. Coxie is the lead developer at Women in DeFi, and today she's going to be taking us on Solana Pay and transaction login. So I was trying to also buy some time for people to join because there's 21 people in the chat now. So there'll be more people joining also as you go along, but I wanted to vibe check the audience. So is everybody ready for today's class? And do you all are you all excited to actually okay, yeah, I see Cyber Leo, Peter. Okay, yeah, I see some people in the chat. So yeah, I'm also excited for the class also because Coxie's very well experienced with Solana Pay usage. She's going to be taking us on that today. 23 people in the chat so far. Okay. If you have any questions, yeah, Coxie, there'll be questions in the chat. So we'll tag you to them as they progress, or we'll just read them out to you also. Said the sound is not being shared on stream. Give me a second. Let me check the sound. How do I verify that? Give me a second. Cause we're also streaming the class also, so we need to be sure. Sorry for cutting you, Coxie, by the way. I just wanted to make sure that everything was good. Wait, it seems that our sound is actually not being shared on Twitter. You can go ahead. Okay, sound is perfect. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. You can go ahead, Coxie. Sorry. Not sure if you can still. Okay, can hear us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
All right. So let me just quickly do this. Dr. Mayhew. All right. So like I said, today we're talking about Solana Pay and transaction login. And we have just 1 hour, 30 minutes to have a little bit of introduction on it, and then I'll take a little bit of questions. And for the evening class, we go somebody look at the code base on I have code based on HTML and CSS, which is normal languages. I also have code based on Next.js if you don't have knowledge about using the see for the beginners level that don't really have knowledge about using Next.js, you can use the HTML and CSS code base I have. So anyone you are comfortable with, that's what you can use. So I have different code examples that can help you for it. So moving forward, my name is Progress Yada. Well, I'm running as Coxie in Web3 space. I'm the lead developer of Main DeFi, and I've been in lead developer for over going to 2 years now. So the agenda of the day is to give a little bit of instruction on Solana Pay, the transaction and transaction requests, because there are different kind of requests in using Solana Pay, and also tell you about how to view transaction logs. We have a little of code walkthrough, and for those who don't really know how to get Solana faucet, so we probably Sol as a faucet, I'll share you the link on where you can get it, and also for the newbies here, because we have a little of newbies here that don't really know about the Block Explorer, I'll show you about the Block Explorer as well. And then you can also take some question and answers. So without much ado, let's talk about what Solana Pay is. First of all, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the first here. I don't know, I would love us to communicate. Some people here know what Solana is. I'm pretty sure we had the first session yesterday and it was discussed. Does anybody know what Solana is itself? You can
Yeah.
probably drop a comment or you can unmute your mic, anything you want to do. Mm, okay, I've never used it. This is your first time using it. Yeah, in a, probably using it. Are you like more? So Sam, want to something you can unmute. Stop raising hands.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so from what I remember from yesterday's class, Solana is like a blockchain that utilizes proof of history to be able to track transactions on the blockchain, basically.
Okay. So, are you like a developer, blockchain engineer? What exactly are you? What's your
Oh
background?
no,
Everybody, this question
you
goes to
can say I'm a
everybody.
newbie.
You're a newbie,
I'm a
so
newbie
mean
just trying
that
to
you
learn.
have not written a. Okay, have you never written any lines of code? This
Oh
your
no,
like
Python,
you have
yeah,
not really
Python.
there. You're just yeah. Oh,
Python for
Python.
now, and C++.
Okay. All right. So you don't know have knowledge about JavaScript.
No, I do not.
Okay, but Solana uses JavaScript and TypeScript as well. So probably you have to just learn a little bit of new programming language for today. So just try to follow along while we're going through this. So
Okay.
so you can unmute now, Sam. So someone else said that I have been using Solana for a while now. Is it, do you mean like using it as a developer or you're using it like maybe a normal user? Do you have anybody that has knowledge about JavaScript or TypeScript here? Anybody? Oh, you can unmute Lancer. I use JavaScript. That's good. That's good. Okay, that's okay. So, one thing about the blockchain itself is that for the blockchain actually uses that three primary languages that have already been used in blockchain. We have the JavaScript, which is very, very, very important. Then we also have for people coming from the EVM chain, we have the Solidity. Then for the non-event chains like Solana, we have the Rust and yeah, mostly Rust. But for the front-end aspects of having interactive and SDK, which is actually more of like Solana Pay itself, you use JavaScript or TypeScript. So it's very, very important for everyone to know that. So talking about okay, what Solana Pay itself is, Solana Pay is more of like a framework that's been built on Solana. It helps people to carry out different kind of transaction, be it you're buying, you're selling, or let me say you're sending money from somebody to another. It does seem like as if you're making kind of payments, more of like a payment limit on Solana. In here, I wrote here that Solana Pay is a specification for encoding Solana transaction requests within URLs, enabling standardized transaction requests across different Solana apps and wallets. So in here, just more of like a big English here. To break it down, I'll say that Solana Pay, it's more of like, let me say, if you want to make payment transaction, you want to send money from somebody, from your account to somebody's account, or you want to buy something, maybe you want to buy in the blockchain, you want to possibly purchase, for example, an NFT, or you want to purchase, maybe someone is selling specific kind of goods on Solana blockchain, and want to just buy from that person, or maybe you want to pay for a ticket or anything you want to pay that it involves carrying out a transaction, that's where Solana Pay comes into play. So I hope I broke that down for you, and I hope you have the understanding of like what Solana Pay is. Do you understand what I'm trying to explain to you? Just like having a beginner's. Yes, something like that, something like that. But Solana Pay itself is more of like it's just been built on Solana itself, like Solana itself. So it's related to that. It's together. It's together, something like that. So, Collins, I would say like for your understanding, I would say yes, that's it. But Solana Pay itself is just for Solana and it's built on Solana blockchain. So you either use your normal SOL to perform transaction, which is the native currency of Solana, so native token of Solana, or you use maybe USDC. Have you heard of USDC once before? You know of USDC, right? Like a stable coin. You don't, of course, you have known about it now, don't you? Exactly. Like a stable coin, which is USDC, and or probably any other token that is being generated, being created on Solana. So moving on about Solana Pay, we have two different kind of request types of Solana Pay. We have one called the transfer request and the other called the transaction request. For the transfer request, it's more of like you're performing the normal kind of request. So for example, you're sending SOL, which is native SOL, from your account to somebody else's account. Or maybe for example, you want to pay for something using USDC. If you have USDC, you can use USDC to pay for something. So just like performing a transaction using a token, either using native token or you're using an SPL token. The SPL is already means Solana Programming Library, yeah. SPL token. And those tokens are the ones that are being created by developers like me and you. So me and you, we can start to say, okay, we want to create our own kind of token, maybe a stable coin like USDC, or probably any kind of coins we want to create. And for creating that kind of coin, we can use that coin to perform transactions on Solana blockchain. So when you hear about the transfer request, that's one that, okay, is for using it to probably transfer Solana from one account to another account, or is for using it to transfer any kind of token, just an SPL tokens from one address to another address. And we also have the other kind of request types, which is the transaction request. The difference between the normal transfer request and transfer request is that for the transaction request, you have a memo. No, do you know about memo? Anybody? Those who know about memo, if you are sending money, maybe using Bybit or any kind of maybe Bybit, yes, exactly. But if you are sending, for example, if you want to send, I'm not too sure of this though, but correct me if I'm wrong. You want to send Solana from Bybit to maybe Phantom Wallet. No, from Phantom Wallet to Bybit. Yeah, Phantom Wallet to Bybit. It will ask you for your, first of all, your Bybit Solana wallet address, and then it'll ask you for a memo. That memo can be of any kind of string, or maybe it can be numbers, can be string, anything. It's just like something unique that is being added. Yeah, exactly. It's more of like a note kind of thing, but it depends on the blockchain actually. Some blockchains will just give you like a number, random number. While some other blockchains might just probably like a random node that will be generated. Depends on it though. But my own experience is something unique that was generated from you. You just have to just copy it and add it to the platform you're going to send from. And then that unique ID or unique string is going to help you for sending transactions. So I hope I did justice in explaining these two types of requests. Like I said, we have two requests. We have the transfer request and we have the transaction request. Do you understand me? Unique per transaction, unique per user. Okay, I've not really taken notes of if it's unique per user, but one thing I know is the fact that it's generated randomly, and I don't know if it's like different kind of random figures. You can not really looking at it if it's a different kind of like string or stuff like that. But I don't know it's unique though. That's someone does answer unique per user. Thank you very much. It's unique, and you just have to just copy it and just. I'm talking about for the user point of thing now, not the developer kind of thing now. But when we are developing, when I'm going through the code base with you, we are going to look at it in a deeper way to know if it's something that's very, very unique per transaction or per user. You're welcome. So do you understand the two kinds of transaction requests two kind of requests I talked about, I explained about? Yes or no? You can just drop it in the comment. Thank you. I love the fact that
Are you still there, Cox? Is it only me or can anybody else hear? Wait, you
No,
can see. Oh, you
it's
can't.
not only you, it's general. I think it's a network.
Oh, okay. Let me text her. So Coxie will be back soon with us, rejoining us soon. So I guess in the meantime, we can chat about everything we've learned so far. So how many people were in the Blue Shifts class yesterday? Okay, I see only Collins reacting. So only Collins was in that class. Okay, Shepard, Vanessa. Okay, all of you were in that class. That's interesting. So how many of us are using Blue Shifts now? Like right now? Like have you been like using? I watched after, but I was not in class. Okay, how many of you have been using Blue Shift right now to like, pick up this as a follow up, post classes and stuff to actually um learn and catch up. Okay, start using. I created an account after class. Okay, so 2 people. Olua Jimmy said he was not in class. Said they were not in class. I plan to do that later today. Yeah, so because Blue Shift is going to be like a really useful resource that you can like use. Currently going through. So oh, that was nice. Yeah, because it's going to be like a really good resource that you can actually combine with everything that you'll be learning in classes to actually like enter like week 2 and week 3, because by week 2 you guys are going to start like building. I know some people that were asking like yesterday even in the class that if it was okay for them to actually like start working on their project right now. So yeah, it would be awesome actually to see that all of you are like ahead of the classes even, and coming to these classes to like maybe even like show things that you've done so far and stuff. It would be awesome, to be honest. But like this is week 1, I know, so still going to like pace you as this is still the workshop phase. But okay, give me a sec. 1 sec. Okay. Well, it seems Coxie was out, but she did mention this yesterday, so she'll be joining us soon. Okay, so how about the quick start that Perlin shared yesterday? Was anybody able to like run it or use that? I saw somebody fork the project, so I don't know who that was. Somebody actually forked the repo. Somebody with the name of let me check the GitHub again. It's a very unique name of the person that forked that repo. Let me find it. The person was Stubby Fingers. Who is Stubby Fingers in the chat? Who is Stubby Fingers? Eh? Oh, I love you are laughing. Who is Stubby Fingers now? Is person not in Discord? I'm still checking out the materials. Okay, yeah. This is dope. Yeah, like for sure. Like also, if you have questions like materials, just ask away. That's what those channels are for. To like also like answer your questions and respond to them. So there's no so Stubby Fingers is not in the chat. It seems. Yeah, Discord community is active. Yeah, Sam. if you are in there, it's like very active. There was even like a trivia night yesterday, and somebody here, I don't know if the person is in this call. Yeah, it is. Somebody here in the call won like merch yesterday at the trivia night. So if you are not there, you snoozed and you lost. So be in the Discord and check the activity. Drop the link again. Yeah, so you can actually win merch and stuff. And the link is like at the top of this course. Let me just copy and paste it again. How soon do we start pushing out our projects on social media? I think that's dependent on you. But although there will be like a submission, the YouTube link for extra courses on Solana is not working. Oh, is it the one that Perlin shared, or which one are you talking about? Tag the specific one so that I would know.
Okay,
Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, awesome. Yeah, because that's a real concern. They should all be working. I'm trying to join. Okay, he said it's here. This song is so dramatic. I believe Francisca has finished building up. Oh, interesting. Who is Fran? Is it Francisca or Francisca? Because I don't know if the person is Italian. Oh, Cisca. Okay. Francisca, you're done building your app. Okay. Nice. That's amazing. Okay, so Coxie says she's connecting again. Interesting. Sorry, give me a sec. Zoom. Okay, so join the Discord. Ask your questions. Check out the Hack Resources channel. You actually see like a ton of all these resources there that you can actually like use. Congratulations. Wait, why are we congratulating her? Wait, Francisca, did you win something that we don't know about? Okay. Francisca, let me know. Maybe you share updates for boys. Okay, she don't win hackathon before it even starts. Oh yeah, no. So yeah, okay, Francisca, congratulations. I'm congratulating you also along with them. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so okay, the chat is very vibey. Wait, also like let me actually ask all of you, like what schools are you from? For those of you that are in this call, because like okay, Discord. Wait, I hope this is our Discord link, Kesh. This is our Discord link. Okay, it is. Funab, okay. Yes, okay. UNN. Oh, nice. Final medical students. Final medical student. What's that? Like, did you mean final year? Oh, okay. Uni Abuja. Okay. Tech U, JSU, AAUA. Tech U is what? Like Tech University. That's nice. Uniben, Uni Abuja. Nice. It's Tech U, Tech University. I'm not seeing any active channel on Discord. Wait, Sam, are you verified? Because there's something like that you have to like verify. There's a verified channel. Always make sure to like go through that and click on. Toby first pause. Final medical. I'm done with school, but I'm a last white. Okay. Abiola Ajimobi Technical University. Futerian. Futerian. Okay. Give me a sec. Okay, what's Coxie saying? She says she's connecting again. I'm not sure if Coxie, are you there now? Because I don't know. Maybe you should say something. If you're like in the audience, let me see if she's in this call. Okay, it doesn't seem she's here yet. Ajimobi, Abiola Ajimobi Technical University. Oh, AA Tech U. Oh, so like that's what Tech U means. That's nice. I just dropped the message on your Discord channel. What channel did you drop a message? General. Hack community. This channel is active. Are you Pabi? Wait, is Pabi like Pablo? Like, what does Pabi mean? Oh, Pabi is Pablo, or you dropped a message. Please, I need the link to yesterday meeting, please. Oh, check the Hack Resources channel. You actually find everything in there. Give me a sec. Let me see what is going on. This is going to take okay, it's Coxie back. Ebenezer Ebola. Could you mute your mic, please? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, please check the Hack Resources channel if you need resources for like previous classes and stuff. All of them, everything is there. Everything is there, so you can just like check them out. Wait, somebody said nobody from Unilag. Unilag has failed you, Toby. No, Unilag did not fail me now. Like, okay. Just join the verify channel. Yeah, so just like verify, and you should be in. Give me a sec. Mm. Mm. Okay, we have give me a second. I don't know. Coxie seems to be having issues with our connectivity. Hello, I'm from Unilag. Thanks to yeah. See, they didn't feel me. Like, who was that person? Collins. Look, see, like, see two Unilag people here. People here. Please check the link for Rush Crash course on resources. It's only a YouTube-based link. Interesting. Arc resources, YouTube. Oh, Rush Crash course playlist. Okay, I see. Was that what I got sent? Uh. Rush Crash course playlist. Oh yes, it should not be a YouTube-based link. Can I edit that? I would ask Larry. I don't know if he's in this call to edit it, but
Yeah, Toby, I'm on it. I'll edit it now.
okay. Let me send it to this chat so that maybe you can take it. Wow, Coxie. Somebody said they can't hear me. I can't hear you, Toby. Okay, Collins. It's trying to be spicy. You check the link for. Okay, yeah, that's the link. So, Adiola, I can check it out. Well, Coxie is. So, God. Really sorry about this, guys. So we're going to get Coxie back in the chat. And have a. Oh, she's back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm really sorry about this. So I'm trying to connect to my laptop, but for some reason it's not connecting.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
able to come up on my phone.
So
But first of all,
should I share the slides for you, or how do we work with this?
yeah, if you can share the slide, that would be great.
Let me just go to. So you sent to that group, right? So let me just find it from there.
Let me share it again if you don't see it.
Okay. Okay, I found it actually.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll share my screen now. Sharing screen. Wait, can I share my screen on two separate apps? So, on two separate like stuff. So let me try to see. So I'm going to share another tab now, which would be this one. would it affect the previous one? Oh, I can share two separate screens on two separate. Nice. View. No, sorry.
I was
How do I
studying the
do?
transfer request.
What'd you say?
The
Transfer it.
transfer request, that's page 6.
This one. 6. Okay, sorry, my bad. Slideshow.
Okay,
Or maybe
yes.
not.
Yeah. Okay,
This one.
yes. So I was talking about the two different kind of requests. Is one is a transfer request and the transaction request. I mentioned that if you can remember correctly. First of all, I'm very, very sorry about the network issue. I don't know, try my best, but it's just there, it's Nigeria. So once again, I'm sorry. Thank you, Emmanuel. And I mentioned the transfer request is for transferring normal Solana token, Genitive token, and SPL. And can anybody give an example of the SPL token I mentioned? I mentioned something. I don't know if you can remember. Example of SPL token. Just to be sure that everybody, yes, USDC, exactly. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Exactly. Thank you. And other kind of examples are the ones that you and I, which is developers, can create. And the beautiful thing is that you can just learn more about it. You can create your own token using the normal SDK, meaning that you don't really need to have knowledge about Rust, right? Just by having knowledge about the normal JavaScript or TypeScript, you can easily do a whole lot with Solana. That's really amazing. And one thing about the transfer request is that it has there's some parameters that it has that are very, very good. One of them that is very, very there's a required parameter is the recipient, like the address you are sending it into, which is a public key. Then we have the public key and the private key, right? Pretty sure you guys know about public key and private key. By public key is more of like what it's been visible to everybody that you can share with anybody to transfer money to. It's more like having your bank account, right? Your account number that people can send to. So in the blockchain space, is I can see your screen. I don't know that program, but I can see your screen. In the blockchain space, the public key is just like your bank account number. And then for your private key, which is very, very important that you should never ever share with anybody, those are something that is very important that you keep in your wallet that only you yourself that have access to it. So one of the required parameters in the transfer request is having your public key, which the public key you are sending to. For example, you are sending to a friend or you are buying from somebody. That's address or that public key must be there. And then the other optional parameters is the amounts, the message, you might want to have a label or probably anything you want to put in there. That's the other parameters. That's what you add in transfer request. So moving on to the transaction request, the next screen, please. Next slide. Toby, next slide.
Yeah, I
don't know if you can.
changed my screen. Can you see?
Yes, I can see it now. So for the
Also,
transaction request,
okay,
okay.
sorry for cutting. I don't know, but it seems my screen is not showing on like the streams. So if somebody else would share, like I don't know, I'm trying to get somebody else to share this screen right now. But you can continue like while we pull that up, because
Not showing
now
on this.
yeah, so you can see my screen, but like for some reason I'm sharing my screen on a different on StreamYard also. So it seems they're like clashing, and my screen is not being shared to Twitter. You can share with me. You said you can see it.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. You can continue, Coxie. We'll just like change while you're teaching.
Okay. So talking about the transaction request. So transaction request, it's been used to request for any kind of other kind of request, be it maybe NFT meeting or probably you're buying maybe or for example, I made mention of for example, you want to buy something from somebody, maybe you want to buy um maybe a gadget or any kind of application that has been built by developer, maybe like placing a belt, anything. But it's just like a transaction. You're performing like a transaction itself. That was actually more detailed. And one thing about the transfer request is that it has the get request, the post request as a developer. You have create a get request, a post request. You can also have the QR code whereby instead of the user maybe clicking on a button to make payments, you have just the normal QR code that was generated for the person. I will show you when in the evening session, I'll show you something like a little demo. It will show a QR code will just be generated on the screen. And you, probably the recipients can just scan the QR code and then make payments from their wallet. It's very easy and it's very, very seamless. Just saying, like, for example, you want to pay for something, right? Once you click on make payments, automatically the QR code will generate, and then you scan the QR code, and then you take it straight up to your wallet, maybe your Phantom wallet or any kind of Solana wallet you have, and then you'll be able to send either Sol or you send any SPL token. So it's way different from the normal transfer request. But we're going to see more about it maybe when we are going to look through the code base. I will show you how it looks like and how you can create one for yourself. Either if you have knowledge of just JavaScript, can use probably with your HTML and CSS, or if you have knowledge about Next.js, you can use it for your Next.js as well. So for the next screen, next slide, talking about transactions, logins. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I switched the slides already. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, okay.
All right. So for the transaction logins, done. Okay, still loaded. Someone is offering to share a screen though.
Yeah, you can go ahead, Mercy.
Okay. So should I wait for her or should I continue?
You can continue. I'll just pull it up. It will not disrupt the class.
Okay. So for a transaction login part, it's more of like let me say when you perform transactions on the blockchain, the transaction gets emitted on the blockchain, right? Like transaction being emitted. So that's how it locks in on the blockchain. So when the Solana program executes and executes a transaction, it logs messages. Like, for example, if we have, I don't know if anybody can just quickly go to source scan, Solana scan. If you click on any kind of transaction there, you will see that in the transaction, the Solana blockchain is a public blockchain, right? In the Solana blockchain, you're able to see the transaction is being emitted and it's transparent. You can see when the token is coming from, probably it's coming from public address or not public address, and you can see the emit section, what is being emitted on the blockchain. So transaction login is more of like logs are not really stored on the blockchain state, but are just being emitted on the blockchain during transaction processing. And one other way that it can also be emitted is by using a memo program. There's a get transaction RPC that you can use to get transaction from the blockchain, and you can just emit it as a developer. And the important thing is that it's not as if this is just done automatically. It's what you yourself as a developer be able to add to your code base so that when the user is trying to interact with your platform, they're able to get all this that's been visible to them. So it's more of like helping the user interaction, right? Not just making it not that seamless, making it more seamless. So transaction login is being done different ways, but one way that's been done is using the memo program and using the get transaction RPC. So moving forward, let's talk about the next slide of viewing transaction logs. Okay, viewing transaction logs, you can go to page slide 9.
Page. Yeah, I think there's a lag.
Yes.
I already changed it already.
Okay, someone said I use Solana often. Yeah, that's good. Do you use it as a developer or use it as a normal user? James. About the green transaction log. Like I said, after submitting the transaction, you can use the get transaction RPC method to retrieve transaction details and log. And it's always visible on the blockchain, or you can make it, maybe, for example, you want it on your application that maybe after the user is done sending a token, or after the user is done paying for something, you don't want to just emit it on the screen that, okay, the user will be like, okay, this is transaction hash that been generated, or maybe this money, this certain amount of token was sent from this wallet address to another wallet address. It depends on how you want to do. But there are different functions, like inbuilt functions that you can call and you can use for logging your transaction. And one of them you can use is the get transaction RPC. And you can also view different transaction details in the Solana scan. So clicking on using the transaction hash, you can view about the transaction details and see the events that has been logged in that transactions. So the summary of today is that going to the summary, the next slide. Next slide, Messi. I don't know if Messi can hear me or whether it is sharing.
Oh, it's still me. I already changed the slides. Can you see?
Yes, the summary, yes. Thank you. So one thing about Solana Pay is, like I said, it's just a framework that we contribute on Solana and helps in making payments. And you can make payments using either the transfer request or the transaction request. And it enables seamless, I say what here, enables seamless standardized transaction requests across apps and wallets. And it helps with transfer and transaction requests for token transfer and any Solana transaction. And one thing about the transaction logs is that it can be viewed using either the get transaction PC for more detailed transaction insights, or it can also be viewed in the event emitted on the blockchain. So I hope you're able to get an understanding about the transaction. So it's Solana Pay. It's not that complex. It's very, very easy for newbies or for advanced developers. So the next slide is about the code base and probably work through the code base using we have different code, like I said, we have the one for HTML and CSS, the one for the Next.js, one for the we also have for the Next.js, we have two different kind of code base. Add one using normal transfer request, also you add one using the transaction request. And I also attached a link to the Solana docs, Solana Pay docs, where you can read more about it. And I also share another link too that you can just read more about it to have good knowledge about Solana Pay. It's being hosted on Quick Node. So I will share it with Toby, so you can easily share it to everybody to just go through it. When you go through it, you see a whole lot about it and you'll be able to have a better understanding about Solana Pay. So I hope I did justice to this. But if you have any questions, feel free to just ask me and I'll answer it. Any questions?
Yeah, feel free to ask questions, please, in the chat, or you can unmute. Also, you're free to unmute.
Thank you, James, for sharing this source scan. Thank you. So does anybody here know how to set up their wallet? Then set up your normal wallet to perform transaction. We have knowledge about that. Setting up a wallet and requesting for. Yeah, yes, that's good. Okay, Manu, you have a question. Using Phantom. Yeah, using Phantom, and you can also use it on your laptop, probably using like add this in your laptop as a Chrome extension, or you can just use the one for your phone. But if you're using one for your phone, that means we're going to, when we're looking at one of the examples of Solana Pay that uses the QR code, you can use that one to test for it though. And do you also have the link to request for faucet? Possible problems to face when initialize transaction request with Next.js. What do you mean by problems? You mean from developer side of things or from the user side of things? But they're not really a problem though. You just have to know how to implement it. Yes, I can send the slide so you can go through it. And I'm also trying to send another link to that will help you when you go through it as well. Meet after this call and I will send it to Sobi. Well, from the developer side of things, I would say you just have to know how to implement it. That's what I'm trying to. I give different code examples. So in the code examples, you just have to do okay, this is how it's being done. And by knowing how it's being done, you just have to it's just more like a template, editing the templates and making it to be way more better, to build something better with it. You get? So that's why we are here as mentors to give you a little bit of guide and provide a good template for you to use to kickstart your project. I don't know what exactly you want to build. might be something related to Solana Pay, might be something related to maybe the other trainings that the other mentors are going to introduce you to. I don't really know. But related to Solana Pay, from the template I give to you, we have different templates, like I said. We have the one on HTML, we have the one of normal Next.js, depends on the one you want to go for. And you can just make edits and just make it better and create something beautiful with it. Yes, also within the docs. I'm going to send you something else that's going to be better for you. Let me try if I can send it now. But that one is going to be more better because it's very detailed. In the docs, so I clicked on the Solana Pay docs, looked on it there, added it to the slide. You see it. Let me see if I can send the other one now. But is there any other questions again? I want to be something that we convert dev so to minute fonts. Wait, what did you say? Wait, where will you get liquidity from, first of all?
Collins, you want to start doing fraud? Let's
Where will
start
you get
doing fraud,
liquidity
Collins.
from?
That's not what I'm teaching you, Collins.
You better be joking, because where will you get liquidity from? So it's not really that hard, like I said, it's very easy and seamless. So I hope to see beautiful projects from that's been built on Solana Pay for the hackathon. I'm guessing there's no more. Is right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay.
Question, can I ask?
Yeah, I can go on. I think it's Emmanuel,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, it's me. So
Okay.
from what we learned today, from what you taught us, there's an established way to passing a transaction request. So I want to ask, are there alternatives
What do you
for
mean by
let's say,
alternative?
so let's say we don't want to package it this particular way, this particular
Mhm.
request. Are there any other way to do it? I don't know if
What
you
do you mean
get
by
the
you don't
question.
package it in this? Like, for example, we have two requests, which is the transfer request and the transaction request. So what do you mean by you don't want to package it in any of the requests? Maybe
For
a
each,
little more clear.
so for instance, let's say we are using JavaScript or using TypeScript. There's a certain JSON format that we have to use. So if there's anything outside that, the transaction will fail. So I'm asking, are there any alternatives if we don't want to use that established framework?
No, no, no. Like, this is already inbuilt, right? You're interacting more of like Solana Pay itself, which is the framework. And they have a way of performing transaction. If, for example, you have to first of all call a certain function before calling another. Maybe for the function you have to call, maybe to like send token and then verify it. For example, if you go to and call the verify before the send token, definitely is going to fail, right? There's a way that you always have to follow as a developer. You get only if, for example, if you want to create something for yourself, maybe you don't want to go through the normal way of being created, then you can probably build something from scratch, probably using the normal payments way of making payments in Solana. You get so it depends on it though. But if you go through the code base I sent to you, if you have much about Next.js though, if you look at the Next.js code base and look at the one with HTML and CSS, you see it's so much different. But they're all making transaction on Solana. Do you get? But the way that it's been done on Next.js, even the post request or the next or the get request, is different from the way it's been done in the normal HTML and CSS kind of thing, because definitely you can't do the way of like post request and request kind of thing, right? But the Next.js is way more complex. So to be honest with you as a developer, you can look for different ways of doing things, because I really can't say, okay, do it just this way, because you might end up seeing another way of it being done. But that's why, as a developer, you're always advised to make research. You're always advised to go online and make research and look at different things and implement something of your own. You can be the solution later. You can be maybe a payment infrastructure, you get. But there are different way of doing things. But currently, right now, this is how I know it's being done. But that other ways it can be done. Just make research, browse about it, read about it, add what I taught you, plus the ones online with your own personal knowledge, and probably with AI, be able to create something way more better. Just make sure that it's working and it's very secure. as two things, working and insecure. Not just be something that is not secure, but sometimes working and insecure. Do you understand? I don't know if I'm audible. Probably the network has cut me off again.
No, we can't hear you.
Okay. So any other questions before we proceed? I'm trying to send this link to you. I saw it today when I was just going through some other resources, and it's way more better than the one we have in Solana docs. I think it's more like an article, though probably like a documentation has been written. So if I can't send it before the call goes off, I will send it to Toby so you can share it with people on the Discord and every other places as well. You go through it, you have a solid understanding of how it works. Any other question? Okay, if there's no other question, let me ask my own question now. I talked about two different kind of requests using Solana Pay. Can anybody tell me the two different kind of requests I talked about? Anybody?
Transparent
Yeah.
transaction.
Collins responded.
Collins is very, very, very smart. I think it's like an OG, just this guy saying that he
Collins is
doesn't know
just
anything.
he's just chilling here.
Collins fast. So I also talked about what's it called? I talked about SPL tokens. I mentioned this like multiple times so I can stick to your brain. Can you give me an example of multiple of SPL tokens? Anybody? Yeah, yes, you see, exactly. That's really nice. So I think that's it for me. It has been a nice time with you guys. And let me see if I can quickly share this thing now. Do you able to get the link? I was able to get the link. I can share it on the call. Done. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay. I shared it to the group. But let me just share it here. Okay, I'm sending it now. I'll go through it. And like I said, don't be limited to what I've taught you. That might be maybe I will say quite changing. Just make sure you don't research videos, build something amazing. You get. I just sent a link to you about Solana Pay. So you're going to just go through it. You have a better understanding about how it works. So that's it. Oh, thank you, Collins. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it will be shared in the Hack Resources channel.
All right.
Yeah, with everyone. So this was an awesome class. I mean, I enjoyed it. Did everybody also enjoy the class? Did you learn something new? W's in the chat now. Okay, yeah, okay, all right. I see people responding. All right, no, awesome. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the evening. With Coxie again, to come and finalize things on the workshop for today on Solana Pay. So yeah, I already okay. Wait, I learned that I have a lot to learn. Okay, yeah. So yeah, for sure. Like it's just part of the process. So as a developer, you never actually stop learning. But the process, the idea here is that like we are doing a workshop to sort of guide you on how to hack on Solana. So you don't even have to be a developer. You just need to listen in class and use the resources that have been shared to you. So Bisong said, I'm just a Solana user now. When do we delve into teaching how to develop? Oh, delve, that's such an AI word. But Perlin did do a workshop yesterday. So so Perlin did an AI workshop yesterday. And Coxie, are you going to be doing a workshop today? Today in the evening?
Let's see how it goes now.
Oh, yeah, no.
I will. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, sounds good. So Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, all right. So thank you very much, Coxie, for today's class. It was really awesome and insightful. Look forward to the evening class and network issues not happening. Thank you.